Alright, this is going to be a virtual reality tour of Reforge. This is the entrance here. Keyless entry, and then you come in here to our lobby where you can see our augmented reality sandbox, our Raspberry Pi video game set down here next to this big TV, a bunch of random things over here that have been 3D printed or laser cut. This is the co-working area. In here we've got whiteboard, place for people to sit and do emails or design things. We've got a large TV display that you can do presentations on or just watch YouTube videos or whatever you like. And down the hall here, our first door on the left is our electronics lab and 3D printing area. In here we've got all kinds of soldering stations, electrical components and equipment. We have a lot of filament up here for our 3D printers. Right now we've got 5 3D printers. There's this DaVinci printer, which is also a scanner, so it can do 3-dimensional scanning. And then we have a ORD, I guess, and they have 5 extruders on one 3D printer. So you can print 5 different colors or 5 different materials all within the same print. Over here we have a homemade reflow oven from an old toaster oven, and a reflow oven allows you to evenly melt solder paste on very small surface mount electrical components without damaging any of the components. This next room across the hall here is our arts and crafts area. So in here we've got some musical instruments, hot wire foam cutter, 2 sewing machines, a vinyl cutter for making stencils and stickers, a lot of resins and silicone molding equipment over here, some sculpting clay, some painting equipment or supplies, and a lot of yarn. So if you're really into knitting, I think you're going to find great use of this yarn, and it's available to all the members. Everything you see so far here you have access to and can use as a member. This is our classroom, so it seats 16 people comfortably, and we have a projector available. We teach classes about once a week on average on all the different maker methods, whether it's 3D printing, laser cutting, CNC milling, routing, metal milling, welding, woodworking. Basically, if you want to make something, Reforge is a place where you can learn the skills and access the tools to make that. And this is our classroom where we teach people how to do it. Further along here we've got our lending library, and this is basically a bunch of books that members had laying around on all kinds of things: beer making, typography, photography, how to fix up an old boat, a bunch of make magazines, popular mechanics, catalogs for tools and materials. This is in here our storage area. We've got 2 wall-to-wall shelves, and members are able to keep their supplies in bins. So in between projects, if they need to go home, they can kind of pack everything up for the day. We try to keep a clean tabletops policy, which means that every time you come in, you have a space to work, that there isn't stuff all over the tabletops. And so this storage area helps us do that. This next room in here is our laser cutter area, and we've got a 100-watt full spectrum laser cutter. And this is a really cool machine. It allows you to do vector cutting of plastics, woods, leather, and it'll also etch so that you can make designs just from pictures, or if you have a prototype of some type of a flat pack assembly, usually in like 5 minutes or less, you can cut the whole thing out. It's really powerful equipment. This strange little thing over here is a wood bending, like, I think it's called a snake pipe or something like that, but basically heats wet wood up. It's from a rice cooker, allows you to bend the sides for like a musical instrument. This is our woodworking shop, and it's basically all the tools you might want for a well-equipped hobbyist woodworking shop. It allows you as a member here to make your mess and make your noise here rather than in your garage. So we've got a basic drill press, a planer, a joiner, a routing table, a sanding station, 2 table saws, a chop saw, and a bandsaw. And then we also have a lot of other tools, hand tools, sanding equipment, and cut-off wheels and grinding wheels, and there's all kinds of stuff in here. There's over $20,000 worth of machinery and tools here at the Makerspace, and for $50 a month, you have 24/7 access to come in here and make whatever you want. This back room here is our metalworking and CNC routing room. So we've got this metalworking station over here. If you need to cut steel or copper or any types of metal, this machine can do it. And an example of some of the stuff we've been making lately is this these standoffs here. We milled that out of some raw aluminum on this machine. And over here we've got our 2 CNC machines. We have an X-Carve and a Shapeoko 2. And similar to the laser cutter, you can design something on a computer and send the file through the software to these machines, and they will precisely cut exactly what you designed out of wood, plastic. This one might even be able to cut aluminum. We haven't really tried that yet. Over here we've got more metalworking stuff. This is also has a lathe. It's kind of just a cheap 3-in-1 metalworking machine. I think Harbor Freight used to sell those. Then we have our refrigerator where you can keep some cold beverages while you're working on stuff. This back room is our staging area. So we've got kind of raw materials that people find, wood and other things, and most of this is up for grabs. If it doesn't have someone's name on it, like here you can see Chris Potter put his name on that board, or George put his over there. If it doesn't have a name on it, you can come in here and just grab it and start working on something. And this is a Bridgeport that was donated to us. We're a 501c3 tax-deductible nonprofit, and we're just trying to encourage people to learn how to make things. And out this door is actually the factory floor, and you can see these are the professional makers who are making products every day. Our bathrooms are out there. We share bathrooms with our neighbor here. So if you're interested, we would love for you to come take a in-person tour, and if you want to join, we're always excited to welcome new members into Reforge, and you guys really make Reforge what it is. So thank you for checking out this tour. Have a good day.